Only about you. What up, bro? Do you get your dream? Got on your drawer, bro. No. What's up? What's up with that, bro? I'm not pulling nothing, bro. I'm mingle, bro. Why are you asking if I'm single, bro? Where are you from, by the way? Are you from around here? So, Pull your draw, bro. Bro, it's crazy, bro. Who's gonna pay that? What's up, my man? You doing good? Boom. You got me. Bro, that's crazy. Yee. People are crazy, bro. He looked like he would be. His stuff would be in English. Yeah. Ooh, those two. Don't green. Don't grind. Yeah, but what is this? Mm, no. Oh, my man is back. My name is Cage. Cage. What's up, bro? Where you from? Jum. Sud Cameroon. Bro, why you wear, bro? Why do you ask me to pull my jaw off? This is you can't just go online and do that kind of shit, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys. Yeah, it's time for the bed. It's time we go to the bed, bro. What's up? If you don't like what I say, I apologize. All right, no problem at all. Thank you very much for apologizing. You know, this is children. Children are watching this stream. You can't go outside saying some crazy shit. YouTube will cancel you. So be careful, bro. I like it this way. Medical checkup, bro. Everybody's sleeping, bro, except me. Mm. What is this thing actually? Yo, son of Sweet, what's up? Thank you, bro, for text me. Thank you, man. You're welcome. Son of Sweet is Cage. Am I sleeping? No, no. I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to sleep, but I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping because I got bad news, bro. They people, they call me, they tell me that they moved. They have moved with another candidate, so fuck it. The position that I applied to, you know, they decided to go with another candidate. I said, fuck it. Things are not going the way they are. Yeah. The funny part of it is that they never told me. They didn't say anything until like, yeah, I sent two emails before they can update me about my applications. Like, no, I didn't ask for a feedback. Should I have asked for the feedback? Oh, no problem at all. Yes. What kind of message? What kind of email should I send them for feedback? They sent me a long ass message, man. I couldn't finish it, man. I was pissed off. I was like, all right, thank you for. It's like we moved. I mean, it's just like I feel like the way the managers, the way he sent the email is like, okay, bro, thanks for asking, no problem. The way he sent the email is like we move with the person that closely. I don't know, some shit like that. That know the things. I mean, I don't know. Oh yeah. Feedback. I don't know, man. Yeah, it is what it is. But why is it that they don't say anything? They disappear. They didn't say anything until like I decided. I sent two email and a Slack. Oh, is this how it is in South Africa as well? That's terrible. Actually, I gave a lot of. I actually, I had a lot of hope on that position. Yeah, I didn't. I went back like they were like, oh, but this position actually is shady. I mean, the whole thing was shady because remember, I applied to a position. It most likely the big company if they have a lot of stuff. Yeah. So look, this position, I applied to a positions and I prepare for the interview and then um, like one day before the interview, I wanted to go online to see what are the things that are supposed to be. You know what I mean? I wanted to see the description, the job description about the position, and the position was removed from the side. Like I wanted to. That's the first red flag. I was like, what? You know. So I wanted to call the recruiters or the interview to ask them what is going on. The job, the position, is the position already filled or not? They didn't say anything, and then I went ahead and did the interview. They didn't tell me anything about removing the job. I went ahead and did the interview, and then after my interview, I sent the email to both to all of them. Some of them responded, some of them didn't respond. Um, and then and then after like a week, I sent the hiring manager the email asking him the update about the position, and he was like, "Whoa, we have a couple of interview to go before we can contact you." He said like we have weeks of interview before we can come back to let you know what you are. Even though the position was no longer there, like the position was no longer there before even I started it, and before my interview. So the whole thing was like crazy. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. The reason why I'm not sure, like because this associate director is the one who advised me to apply, and I don't know if like they set me up because these two there were two positions, um, one in histology and the other one in extraction. Um, I applied to both of them, and during the interview, um, before the interview, the position for the extraction was removed from the site. I mean, one day before the interview, but the histology was there. So I was like, I was like, should I prepare for maybe they considering me for the histology position, not the extraction? Um, but when I went during the interview, I asked the lady, is the position is still there? She said, no, she's not. Even the histology position that was still there, she was like, no, the position, the people who hire for that position are not around. Like what? And she's supposed to be the one she's supposed to be the hiring manager. and she was telling me no, that position. So like everything is red flags. Like the position that I apply for, I apply for two positions. They said they will interview me for the two position. One day before my interview, the position that I was interviewing for disappeared, and then I was confused. I wanted to call the recruiters, but I didn't. So I was like, maybe I should prepare for that. Maybe they want to surprise me. They know. Maybe they want. I was thinking that maybe um, since I was talking to the associate director, he said that with my medical background, I think he think I'm fit for histology. I was like, maybe they want to surprise me. Maybe they were just trying to act as though they were interviewing me for extraction, and then they would be surprised in the interview. Um, but during the interview, the hiring manager was like, "Oh, bro, we don't. The people who hire for this position are not around." So I don't know. And then like the whole thing was shady. And then after that, some of the histology manager never replied to my message until now. The other managers, the director actually said that he's glad that he liked what I did, and then the hiring managers was like, "Oh, we still have weeks of interview, and then we will let you know." So that's the reason why I never follow back because, and then I um, after like 3 4 weeks I slacked him. He didn't respond, and then last week I emailed him. He got it. I think he replied to my email this morning. So you think they already had their person, but did the administration by posting the job knowing full well that they won't take anyone? Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because right now the email I got, he was like, we went with an internal candidate that know the workflow very well. That is very familiar with the workflow. But the funny part of it is that we had a person in that workflow. The person like got promoted to my position because that position I'm going there as a manager. If I was like I was applying for a managerial position, I work in a sequencing, which is the upper end of our lab. Like that's the top of the top, the top of the clinical or laboratory. So there's a technicians from his workflow from extraction. She's from Iraq. She recently she got promoted to um, my workflow, and when I was telling her that I interviewed for that position, she told me that they were she told me about the position that they say that there are a lot of people in the workflow that wanted to interview for that position, and they were told that um, no, they were told no, like that this position is not for them. So like even internally, he was today he was saying that like in the email he said that they filled the position internally, but this Iraqi girl was telling me that the position is, and then also another thing, they posted the position. They say the position is for AM, like in the morning, and then the Iraqi girl that got promoted to our department was telling me that the position is actually during the interview the manager was telling me that the position is actually moved to the position is no longer AM, that is PAM. And he asked me, are you, hopefully it's not the change of the schedule is not gonna be a problem for me. And the girl, actually the Iraqi girl, told me actually the position was never AM. It was always the position that they wanted to fill was PM, but that position they refused to give it to NTNL. So I mean, there's a lot of red flags. Yeah. So on in the job description, the post is like AM. During the interview, he changed his mind. He said that it's not AM, it's PM. When I talked to the person who used to work with them, the person told me that the position is actually PM, and that person actually know all the politics because she's been there for 4 or 5 years with them. She's from Iraq, so it's like they I don't know what they're doing actually. It is what it is. I put a lot of hope on that position, but I will never trust again. I don't want to trust people. Because of that application, I actually rejected some other position. I mean, she's implying. She told me that the department is very corrupt. I mean, I don't know because she was telling me that the current manager, the guy who interviewed me, his name is Brandon. Um, he actually recently got promoted to that position, and you know how that position was open. The position that he got promoted to was occupied by an African American woman, and she said they they work together. The supervisors and all of the technicians, they work together to kick that African American out, the managers out, and then he got promoted. It's like it's a long story. I was like, what? And then when she was telling me, I was like, this is crazy. She said, yeah. She was telling me what happened. Like, and that person that they kicked out, she got hired like less than 6 months, and then they accuse her that she's giving people overtime. Like, she's giving people. She's then she was approving all PTOs and shit like that. And then they got her out. And then once they got her out, they promoted that person. So it is crazy. But yeah, I mean, the politic inside. So for me, this is what I got from it. You see, our lab is divided into groups. Group, like, it's like kind of tribalism. The returning and accessioning department, all of the managers are black Americans. I mean, majority of them, not all, like 90%. And then the clinical and sequencing department where I work, I mean, 90% of the managers, or let's say 87% or to 90% are Asians. And then that portion, and then the senior, like the directors, all are white. And then the Spanish community, they are occupying some of them are in security and HR. And then that extraction is like white. So, and the policies that between them, everybody is trying to control, like the Asian, they want to promote Asian in that department. They don't want to have another person. The extraction is like all Mexican, all like white. They promoting among themselves, and then the accessioning and returning is like black American, majority of them. And so and I felt like they didn't um, they kicked out that black American woman, and they were going around, they were trying to hire another black person, but I don't know. Bro, be blessed and sleep good. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna start looking. Like I was telling you, I had a lot of hopes with that position. I was expecting a lot, but I think that's it. I'm just gonna from now on. I'm actually they free me because I was waiting to see. Um, I got a call from Boston, but it's a contract position. Uh, so that's why I didn't. Right now the job market is very difficult. You just get contract position. Yeah. Have you thought about working for the government? Yeah, the government working for the government is that it take long time. I have thought about it. I have a guy from Middle East that was showing me how to do that. But the thing is that they need it take 1 year for them to call you back. Like the procedures take long. It's not like private whereby you just apply 1 2 weeks, you may get a job and start working. For the government, they have to do a lot of background research. Yeah, I have a Middle Eastern. I have a friend from, not a friend, like a person that I knew when I first moved here. He's from Jordan. He's working with the government, with the federal government. It take long. You apply, and the background check take long before they can tell you that they move with another person. They take forever. So like it take 1 year, 2 year. A lot of people are going with the government. That's the reason, I guess. The procedures, like the government, that's their policy. They just want to make it difficult. Yeah, that's they have a lot of federal. I should ask for what kind of. Let me slack the associate director and ask him for. I must slack the associate director and ask him for feedback. Bro, I don't know. I don't know. I don't trust anybody, bro. Everybody is using everybody, man. I don't trust no one. I used to have people, but now I don't even know the people that I used to think that I had. You know, certain things that they're doing make you actually doubt. You know, there's a new manager. He's from India. When he first came here, he didn't know anything. He used to work with me, um, and I thought like, oh, I got a friend. Once he got the information he wanted, and he just like now even say hi when I'm coming. He doesn't even say hi, bro. People disappoint you. Yeah, I will. I have to do that. I have to do that. I have to slag them. I have to. what kind of what kind of feedback should I ask them? Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, man. I feel like sometimes I feel like I feel heavy. Um, just like today, earlier today, when I saw that email, I was like, bro, I was a little bit disappointed. I feel heavy, man. Yeah, I get. That's the reason why I told you that I cannot trust nobody. I cannot trust like that Indian dude. He used to come. He got hired. You know, he doesn't know anything in the lab. I gave him all the information, what is happening, what he should do. When you get hired, you need to implement your vision very early on. Majority of the thing, even the reorganization of the lab, all of this, majority of it is my ideas. I show him what is working, what is not working, and he took the information when he reorganized everything. And now, I think I saw him the other day. He was coming and I was coming. He changed the way. Didn't want to look at me. But it is what it is. It is life, man. Life. Just thank them for the opportunity. Thank them for considering your application. Make them. You want to improve when you want to be skinny. You decided. Oh, that's what I will. Yeah, that's what I will say. And ask them for feedback from that interview. Yep, that's what I'm trying to write now. Do you know how rats eat human flesh? Rat eat human flesh. Rat in Cameroon, right? We have a lot of rats. You know how they eat rat? How they eat? They bite your fingers. So we have this. My grandma, you know what I mean? Like she got bitten by the rat because if you eat, you don't clean your hands. This rat came in the. They come in the night and they bite it, and it's very painful. Oh yes, yes. That's what my grandma was telling me. She was telling us that. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. Don't be the pawn in the chess game, but the chess master, bro. I'm not like if you know the way I'm being treated here. They ignore me whenever there's a promotion. I never got promoted and all of that. So don't be time in team. No, I'm not receiving messages. I'm preparing my message. I'm just preparing my message. I'm using ChatGPT to help me write the feedback. I write my, ChatGPT is the shit. Hi Nick, I hope you're doing well. I hear that the supervisor's position has been filled, and while I'm disappointed, I'm really eager to grow. Proof I would greatly appreciate any feedback you share, and how I can strengthen my skill for future opportunity. Thank you so much for your guidance. ChatGPT is always there, like for sure, for sure. ChatGPT is actually perfecting my my thing. Do you talk to other black color people in other teams? Well, all of them, they're the first one to sacrifice you, bro. In this world we live in a corporate America, there's no brotherhood, there's no friendship, because people can read when it is AI generated. Oh, really? This is what I say here. I'm like, hi Nick. I hope you're doing well. I heard that the supervisor position has been filled, and while I'm disappointed, I'm really eager to grow and improve. I would greatly appreciate any feedback you could share on how I can strengthen my skill for the future opportunity. Thank you. Fear that lamb hella cozy. Oh, really? What do you think of the message? That email sound okay? All right, that's wonderful. Thank you. I'm gonna send it to Nick, and then this way when I get up, I will have all of the email. Fear, Fear, what's up? Where you from, Fear? What do you think is the futures of biotech and AI? Well, are there old ladies in your organizations? Yeah, there's a lot of old ladies. They're all working in HR. They Somebody is asking about the futures of biotech and AI. I think AI is gonna take over. I think everything will be automated. Like right now, even in our lab right now, everything is pretty much automated. Um, I think the future is just for people who are expert in automations, expert in robotic, and expert in you know even programming. Like you just need to know the programming language that will help you automate, will help you guide those robots on how to do their job. That's you supervise robot, you supervise automated machine. Biotechnology and AI is like two people. All right, I give it to them. So what do you think of the features? Oh, these ladies, I don't know. I don't know. I think they're all. We have all ladies, and then we have people, middle aged women, like the Asian people, the Asian ladies that I work with. I work with some Asian ladies. They're like around 35, 33, 30 something. Um, but you know what? I feel like like when you feel like you outgrown the company, where the company where I'm working at right now, I feel like there's no. I feel like my when you reach a point where like you feel like you cannot change your who you are, that in order for you to play a new game you need to move to a new companies. That's where I am. Forget about the middle-aged people. If you want power, in most company power, like who know and understand how things work. Yes, yes, yes. I 100% agree with you. The thing is, how do you get close to those people? I was given the VP of the company. He asked me to set up a meeting with him. I never got a chance. My computer died, and I want to be an entrepreneur and make a biotech brand devices in the future. Do you think without being a doctor? Yeah, everything is realistic. Even doctors right now, even doctors, their work will be limited. Everything is like is possible right now. You just if you um, use, like, if you are a good programmer with AI and all of these things, even doctors, even surgery will be automated, bro. You don't need to nobody, like, no longer people will need to memorize shit and make mistake on human bodies. Everything will be done by a robot that are more precise and more effective. So, bro, you got it. You got it, man. Just do whatever you have to do to achieve that goal. If you don't mind me asking, where you from, bro? Fear, fear. Jeez. California. What's up, California? You from LA? What do you do in California? Are you working in biotech? Yeah, I need to get. I need to see one of those old ladies. I need to see one of those old ladies. So how is it? How do you get close to those old ladies? Since you are an expert in it, you invite them to a drink. Mr. California is in the house, bro. LA. What do you do? Are you working in biotech? I'm looking. I'm looking to, maybe I should come to California. I'm near San Francisco. I'm a freshman college neuroscience student. Oh, really? Still deciding if it is path for me. Yeah, bro. Whatever you do, try to connect whatever it is that you're doing. You need to connect it with AI, bro. I feel like in this very soon, all the specialty will be connected to AI. Biotech, not even biotech, like molecular biology will be connected to AI. I mean, neuroscience will be AI driven. Everything, anatomy, all of those sub specialty within biology will be actually AI. So you have to observe them, the time they arrive, time they leave work, lunchtime, story they tell, and this will help you identify the right person. Yeah, bro. Majority of them. The thing is that I feel like I'm not very good looking. You see, in my company, let me tell you something, bro. We have there's a there's a couple of people in my company that are very attractive. All of these young ladies, middle-aged women, and older women, all of them want to talk to them. The moment people like me join the conversation, they get frustrated, and then they keep moving. like like everything is fun until people like me join the conversation. They're like, okay, I'm going, okay, I'm going. It is not about look, it is about showing them vulnerability. Yeah. How do you think I should use AI at the moment to help me? I use it to study, but I really want to get ahead. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. I think you need to see the frontier. That you need to see, like, you need to start doing research about your neuroscience and its relation to AI. You will find the frontier because majority of these super specialties they still um, at the beginning, but I think also academia is like behind industry. The industry is like, is like they are ahead of academia. So you need to maybe start looking for what is happening with what is happening in industry that is like uh, that is specialized in neuroscience. For instance, you see um, what what are they doing, what kind of what is the role of AI in their works and things like that, so that you can be actually moving around the same space with the with your specialty. This way, you'll be ahead of all of the people that are all of your core students, like the student that are with you. You start telling them smart things, be funny. Damn, I will try though. I will try, but like I said, I have to start invest. I have to start kissing asses, bro. But my friend, the person who's asking about AI, look for neuroscience in AI. Google shit and see what company. Let me Google something for you. What is Neuralink? You know Neuralink, neuroscience. The field of neuro AI is a symbiotic relationship between neuroscience and AI that aim to improve AI performance and emulating the brain. There's something called a neuro AI. Yeah, the Elon companies, that one is also good. Like I was googling some shit, but there's a neuro AI, things like that. This is where if you wanna AI neuroscience, those are the right now. Just studying neuroscience, I think like it's boring. Um, it's no longer, you know. I'm not gonna discourage you, but if you can do it in conjunction with AI, that would be great. And you will get hired like as quick as possible because big companies are looking for people with anything with AI, and you will get also funded, like funded. Majority of big company, especially pharma company, biotech companies, they now the way they get money, their funding is by associating themselves with AI. So like even though they're not even doing a lot of things using AI, they just want to put AI in it because the U.S. government want to fund and promote company that are you know embracing AI. It's similar to like when Tesla, when electric car, um, first came in. See the state like California were funding, giving people, people who buy a Tesla, they give you incentive or whatever. Some state give you like 7,000, tax cut or something like that. To promote people buying electric car, and that's what is happening in the health, pharma, and biotech industry. Governments promoting companies that are using AI. So a lot of these companies, biotech companies, they are associating their name, changing their name, moving from just a simple laboratory to a AI laboratory so that they can get that funding. And because of that, you need to. Um, so if I am you right now, if I'm going back to school, I'm not just gonna do anything biology. Biology alone is not gonna help you, you know. So I will just like do something data science. If you wanna associate bioinformatics, something like that. If you get a degree in data science or bioinformatics, even an entry level will be your entry level will be good. Like if you go, you start working, your first paycheck is still good. But if you just get a degree in biology, neuroscience, just like that, it's not gonna be. Um, you're just gonna be like any other person, except if you want to go to you're a pre-med, then that's different. You wanna do my startup like him? That is really good observation. Yep, yep. Neuralink, Neuralink is something that you need to think about. Yeah, you have to kiss ass, bro. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to kiss ass. I'm trying to that really good. I'm trying to kiss ass, but I don't want to do it. But I have to do it. I think it is possible now to do all these startup as a student only because of AI. If that makes sense, what do you think? It's very, very, very possible. Hey, I have a. There's a girl. She's a Canadian. She's a Canadian. I think she didn't graduate and then she started getting, um, you know, getting funding. Like she created her startup and she started getting funding and she connected with AI and now she's a big deal. She didn't even graduate. I have her. Let me show you her Instagram. I'm trying to connect with her, but she's bigger than me. You see, even before me saying, "Look, see my Instagram." Like if I click this, this is her. She's a. I don't know if the camera is showing clear, but this is her. I have like this is cool to be founder and CEO. Lock bio. You know, Katita is a pioneer in biotech entrepreneur, digital health innovator at just 18. So she founded a company at 18. She co-founded Ranomic, a genomic startup focused on variant screening for cancer risk, making her the youngest biotech founder to raise venture capital in Silicon Valley. Today she leads Log Bio. So look at her. This is her. And it's not like she's. This is her Instagram page. And she's making a lot of money. Her IG. I don't know. Let me see. Her name is Kathy Tai. Let me write it down. I think this is her IG. Kathy Katie Tai. Yeah, and I think she just got married to a Chinese researcher and scientist, the person who actually um, who edited a baby. He edited, there's a scientist in China. He's the first person to edit the gene of a baby while the baby is still is still embryo. So the first CRISPR Cas9, that's what it's called, CRISPR Cas9, the first human to be edited, genetically edited, was done by the guy that she just got married. So I mean, when she was like just 18, she started just like you. She founded something, and then if your thing, you just if you're lucky, you're gonna get money. Once you get money, you will start doing your thing. Yeah. Son of Soy to you, you gone? You already home? Or you walking? It's 3:54 here, guys. Guys, the reason why I'm still up is because I'm pissed off today. So No, I'm here. I'm working as I am. Since sell dream to the boy. Bro, he wanna become something, and I giving him like the secret to success. I feel like majority of these young lads, young kids, they're coming at the age of AI. Man, everybody can be successful. You just need to be lucky. Believe in yourself, and then you be um, you create something at the right time in the right moment. Everything, if everything align, then everything will be good for you. Like, let's say you take it, you start in a startup, you go there, you meet the right person at the right time. That's it. I'm a girl. Oh, you a girl? Really? I didn't know that. Sorry, I was just considering you. What's your name? Your name is Fia. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Fia. If you want to be so called successful like Elon, the Satan is, you must be willing to bring something on the altar of sacrifice. What are you ready to sacrifice? I don't know. I'm ready to sacrifice my time, if that's enough. I don't like him. I want to do opposite of what he's doing. I want to have help people. He want to put shape in people's brain. Oh, really? That's crazy. That is really crazy shit. I mean, the neural links, yeah. For me, I think even Elon Musk himself, people think he's smart. I think he's just lucky. He's extremely lucky. That's what it is. I'm not willing to sacrifice anything precious. It is okay. No worry. Yeah, I'm saying, like, if people ask me, the only thing that I'm able to sacrifice so far, so far in my life, I've been I sacrifice a lot, and the only thing that I have been sacrificing so far is time. Like the time I spend going to school, from I don't know, kindergarten to primary to secondary to college to post college to all of it. It's like half of my life I just spent on just doing some shady shit, academia shit. So I have already sacrificed something, and and if that's what it takes for me to be successful, then I'm ready to sacrifice some more time. Yeah. Sophia, are you trying to become a doctor? Are you a pre-med? Oh my god. Yeah. My girlfriend asked me for that answer. I told her the worst. It's still funny. Hmm. I was like, dude, this meme. This is now watching this kind of me. I I like this dog. People use this dog to send a message. This is what I'm debating. I have two options. Either I go from community college to Pakistani college, which is my hometown, to become a doctor, quicker and score really high on tests to get residency back here, or I do some normal neuroscience research career path. Wow. So if I understand correctly, you originated from Pakistan. Where in Pakistan? Lahore, Islamabad. This is what I'm debating. I have two options. Either I go from my community college to a Pakistani college, which is my home. So you can go back to Pakistan and study medicine and then come back to USA. That's, if that's the easiest way, then that's the easiest way to go. How you know? Did you go there? No, I didn't. I used to have a lot of people from Pakistan when I streamed back in the days when I used to stream like every day. I used to have nowadays like I used to have a lot of people from India, Pakistan, Malaysia. Some people get stuck in Pakistan and don't get residency. Oh really? Oh, you an Afghani? Listen, do you know that Afghani have some of the most beautiful women out there? I respected Afghani. Like TikTok opened my eye. I saw some beautiful ladies from Afghanistan. Not a long time ago, I didn't know shit about Afghanistan except Osama bin Laden. Look at this guy. He's saying the only difference between him and someone in a psych ward is I am outside. Damn. Oh really? On my deathbed, I'm gonna say I had 20 million and then die. Love to the video. Yeah. Yeah, that dog, like people having messages. Like I always laugh. It always make me laugh when I see this kind of meme. People sending message. Yo, I can speak. I used to have a lot of Indian Zindabad. They say India Zindabad, Pakistan Zindabad. Oh, Imran Khan, the great cricketer. You're a big fan of cricket. Imran Khan. Isn't Imran Khan the prime minister or the president of Pakistan? No, I don't like cricket. It is a woman's sport. Really? I remember you like one time when India was playing in South Africa. I would rather log in for like 4 years for startup and not have a live. Then study for 10, 12 years to be a doctor. Yeah, people don't know becoming a doctor. People just think of every doctor make a lot of money, but they don't even know what it takes for you to become a doctor. It's like here in the state, like for you to become a doctor, it's like let's say if you're a freshman or if you're still in community college, you have to go 4 years of undergrad while you're doing your undergrad, you prepare your MCAT, and then let's say you are a very disciplined student, and then if you're a very disciplined person, while you're still taking your undergrad, you will be able to get your MCAT done before you complete your degree. But for many people, for like 60-70% of the student, they have to complete that degree, undergrad degree, before they can actually focus 100% on the test on MCAT. Now you get your MCAT, get your interview, get to the medical school, 4 years of studying, you finish with your medical school. Once you graduate, you're not even making that money. You're making like less than some nurse by that time. Now after that, you go for residency. Depending of your residency, if you're a cardiothoracic surgeon, majority of you'll spend another 5 to 6 years. If you're a neurosurgeon, it's like 8 to 9. Some places 7 years, but majority of these places for neurosurgery is like 8 years. Um, so like after that, so like 4 years, 8 years of undergrad and medical school, sometime 9 to 10 years before you complete your medical school, and then another 8 years for your residencies. Um, then you start making money. It's just after your residency that you will start making money, not before that. Imran Khan was the prime minister's, but he's in jail now. Really, what he did, bro? What he did? What he did? Imran Khan, free my boy Imran Khan, guys. Free Imran Khan. Yes, I do. I use AI a lot. I use AI. AI is a cheat code. Even right now, AI is making people lazy. Even writing an email, you just use AI. Even though many people, even the directors, a lot of people just use AI. Back in the days, I remember the time when we used to use Grammarly, like site like Grammarly, to correct your grammar. Now nobody have time to go and use Grammarly. Everybody's just using AI. Yes, I am working today. I'm working, but like I say, I'm I'm pissed off. I am pissed off because they f with me. Cancel Netflix. I mean, the team. Are you getting? Are you working today? I mean, in terms of getting ahead, do you use AI in your work? Oh, yes, yes. Like I use AI. I use AI. I think like even like you see those overlay chat. You see those message, those chat that is appearing on my screen. Even that one, I'm using AI to code. Like this is me. I use AI to help me create the code that will me allow you guys to text to chat with me while I'm seeing it on the screen. So all of it is AI. Oh really? I will think about it. I will think about it. Listen, why don't you just make that video and then I post it for you? Make that videos. Do a research AI in neuroscience and create a video about that, and then let me know. We can actually post that video. For me, I am thinking of making a lot of videos, but the problem is that I work a lot. 10 hours a day, only for me to come back home around 2 in the morning and also sleep and sometimes chat with you guys. Sophia, were you born in India or in Pakistan or here in the state? I think it is really good niche. Nobody talk about it. Oh, in the state. Okay. Oh, so you were born in California? Born and raised in San Francisco? That's cool. Goodness is Ministers. Fremont? What's that? Is it in Fremont? Let me Google Fremont. I never heard of that. Fremont, Fremont, California. Ooh, Fremont City in California. East Bay. It is located in the East Bay region of the San Francisco area, known for its strong tech industry presence and diverse community. Founded in 1956 by the consolidation of five agricultural communities, is now the fourth most populous city in the Bay Area and a major hub for Silicon Valley. Mix of urban and suburban. Okay. Okay, this is not bad. This is not bad. I didn't know anything about Fremont until now. Is anyone a big fan of movie? If you're a movie goer, this movie. It is called um, One Bottle After Another. One Bottle After Another. Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a good movie. I went last weekend and watched it. It was crazy good. It's like I can put it as my top two movie of this year of 2025. My top one is still Sinners, number one movie of 2025. You know what? I have to start creating videos about AI in biotech. Mhm. Do you see AI being used to enhance mental health treatment in the near future? Yeah, it's possible, right? It's possible. I feel like, yo, what's up, son of Soweto? I feel like everything, mental health treatment. I mean, who are you talking to so seriously? No, nobody. I was just reading some tweet online. You know, in Twitter's or X platform, there's always fighting going on. Yeah, but like I say, AI will be more efficient than doctors. You know, that's what I feel like. Robot will be more efficient and more effective. So if there's any treatment, mental health treatment, then robot uh, will actually make it better. Um, so everything is possible with AI. It just need training. And like I said, it is in the beginning. We are still in the beginning of everything. So it's up to you to catch to actually jump on on the train. So if you start right now, you're not late. Everything is just starting. What is the most interesting thing you found that AI can do in relation to your field? Well, I was just. Have you looked at the goal that I was talking to you about? So um, there's this thing. I don't know if you ever heard of CRISPR Cas9, which is a technique that scientists use. You know, is used. You know, scientists use to cut some protein and gene and stuff like that. And it used to be this CRISPR-Cas9 used to be done. I mean, animal, mammal, and stuff like that. It was never done in on human because of the ethic associated with it. And then there's one scientist in China who managed to do it. He was able to um, edit the gene of a embryo while the embryo, you know, the baby is still embryo. So, and by doing so, he made uh, the embryo, the newborn babies, the twins actually, twin babies, he made them resistant to HIV. So, like the parents wanted to have the mom, and the mom was, I think she was HIV positive, and they were looking to have a baby, um, and they wanted to have a healthy baby. They didn't want those baby to be HIV positive. So they walked around, went to the different hospital. They consulted different doctors. All of the doctors told them it's impossible. Until the man, that dude, that scientist, he decided to, you know, he decided, he told them that he can do it, even though the thing, the procedure itself wasn't allowed in China, even in China. So he got attacked a lot. That, people are saying that you cannot do it on human shit like that. But basically, what he did was that, I think, um, so the T cells, which is your part of your immune system, the T cell in those, the T cell of those embryo, there's a receptors on those T cells. The presence of those receptors will allow HIV. The HIV virus will, you know, allow it to enter the cell. So what he did, he cut those receptors out. He removed those receptors, meaning that even if the HIV virus come to the cell, the T cell, it won't be able to penetrate that T cell because of that, because those receptors are mutated. So that's what he said he did, and by doing that, those baby are resistant to the virus. They were born, and if they were born from a mom, from a parent that were HIV positive, they were HIV negative. And not only that, they will live all of their life without having to worry about getting infected by HIV. The procedures that he did, a lot of scientists around the world were accusing him of, not respecting human being, that human life is sacred and all of that nonsense. Now, there's something called CRISPR-Cas9 AI, so like a combination of AI and CRISPR-Cas9. So that's the thing, that's the new frontier, that's the new amazing thing. So instead of just a human being going inside and doing the work, they're now combining AI, they're allowing AI, so it will be more efficient. So all of the side effect that people are worrying that if a human being perform that procedures, they may make mistake, all of that will be they will reduce those mistakes by maybe 90%. So CRISPR-Cas9 in combination with AI, that's the shit, that's the new shit. And I think China is like, they are they are the leading country in the world when it comes to that gene editing. Yeah, China is leading the world. Majority of the big nation, big countries, were reluctant. They have religious. What is it? I don't know. Their religiosity is preventing them from doing certain procedures. While in China, certain people, scientists, you know, were able to do what the Western scientists uh, no, are not doing. So I feel like the CRISPR-Cas9 AI in combination with AI is gonna be a big thing. So the reason why people are scared of CRISPR-Cas9, people are scared. The reason why people are reluctant, the majority of the major countries around the world are reluctant in adapting CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing, is that they think that people will be using it for wrong reason. So like many people, instead of having plastic surgery, you see a lot of people are looking for plastic surgery. So now the plastic surgery will be done actually while you're still embryo. So people will start, using those CRISPR-Cas9 technology to actually, for different motive, like for cosmetic purposes, instead of just using it to heal. That's what many people, many scientists, that's what they worry about. They're like, this technique will be used by, and what will happen if everybody start using CRISPR-Cas9? You will start seeing people looking the same, everyone looking the same, because people will look the beauty. the beauty standard is similar. People want to have, narrow noses, want to have certain shape. So some people believe that 1,000 years from now, majority of people will be looking the same because they will be performing similar procedures. They're thinking too far ahead. Yeah, that's what many people do. But people just need to accept that technology, and we need to just adapt it. You know, that's the thing. So since you're still in a school, this is another thing that you can think of. Like if you want to be in neuroscience, what is the role of CRISPR? Specialize in gene editing using AI and all of that. I think that is also really stupid. A lot of people will rebel, and new beauty standards can always arise. Where do you think American society will be okay with this? When do you think our society? You see, even though people, I don't know, I feel like America, America, America is very religious. You have the country is divided between people who are progressive and people who are very conservative, meaning they are the whole onto religions. So, and because of that, the country may be reluctant on doing certain things. You see, even the debate between debate about abortion is, you see how it is. Um, so, but the only reason why I feel like America will accept, will adapt this technology is because America don't want to be left behind. So if they find themselves, like if they see that China will be the leading power, the leading country in those technology, they will just jump into it. They don't want China. They will not allow China to be like, the only country that can do that. So you have to look at it this way. The society, American society, I mean, half of American society, if not more than half, are very religious. They call themselves conservative. So if you can see the struggle to get abortion passed, then you can understand that it's going to be difficult. It's going to be even more difficult when it comes to trying to, what is it, manipulate the embryo. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like. What about you? What do you think? Do you think we should adapt CRISPR-Cas9? We should just allow people to start editing, because for the Chinese people, for the Chinese scientists, he was saying that he wanted to give the couple, wanted to give them the chance of having babies, and no other person, no other scientist can do that. So, and people are thinking that he's saying that he can, this technique can be used to fight again, abnormalities like Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, or diseases that are crazy diseases. Those are the things that this technology can prevent. I think yes, but with extreme regulation to introduce it for testing. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you that I think for me this is how I see it. I think like human beings sometimes we tend to see like we are very special. Like this technique, like for very long time the gene editing was happening all around us. Majority of the food that you eat is like, editing, gene edited. Even the animal, the Western scientists have been editing their gene. So the only thing that wasn't touched is human. So I don't see human being as though we're very special. You know what I mean? Now I'm thinking that maybe new medical specialty will open, for example, CRISPR by editing for the brain. Yes, yes, that's what I was trying to tell you, that you can actually start using, if you specialize, if you're neuroscience with super specialty in CRISPR-Cas9 in combination with AI gene editing for things like I was talking to cerebral palsy and all other anomaly um, in the nervous systems. The nervous system is the only system that is not very well understood by doctors and biologists and scientists, right? Like 60, only maybe 30 to 40% of the brain is very well understood. The nervous system itself, when it is injured, like it's difficult. Like once a person have a stroke, that's it. They get paralyzed. There's no reverse in their part. There's not something that can reverse their paralysis. You know what I mean? So that means we are not yet there. We don't know how to do it. We don't know how to promote nerve regrowth. So I don't know. Gene editing is something that is, listen, nowadays you can make money. You don't just, back in the days, you need to be a doctor. Nowadays there's a lot of way to make money with the presence of AI. Anything you put AI in it, if you have your startup, you will make a lot of money. Anything. Especially if you're lucky. If you're lucky enough to meet, to be in the presence of people, venture capitalists, people who can fund your project. That's it. So how many years until you get your bachelor degree? I think the nervous system, the brain, and the study of the subconscious parameters has so much to be explored and can open new pathways to healing. People are getting tired of being prescribed pills now, healing food. Pills and now healing the root. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So people need to. I feel like once we human being manage to grasp or understand how to growth nervous system, that's it. Once you reach that level, you know, at that time people can live around 200, 300, 400 years, 500 years. You know, once human being start manipulating nervous system, that's it. I feel like everything is connected to nervous systems. The most difficult the most difficult part of human being is nervous systems. You understand it, you understand the rest of the body. Boston University. Laboratories USA San Diego. Andrology supervised Dallas IVF. Last, what is happening is another place where there's a lot of money is the idea of living longer. People will pay anything for that. Yeah, that is why I don't want to do therapy because they make less sense. People going there don't want to pay as much. You don't want to be a therapist. So what is it? What is it that you're doing now? You in community college? How many years do you still have before you go to college? Cadillac Escalade. Oh, okay. So you're still in your first year. So you're a freshman. Yeah, you need to understand what you're doing and where you're going before you do whatever you're doing. You need to know your path very well. Um, if you want to be, I feel like even if you want to be you want to be a doctor, just take the unordinary path. See, there's a routine path, there's an ordinary path. Well, there's a path that everybody do to get to medical school, which is like get a biology degree, do your MCAT, do those are the regular path that everybody take. And in your interview, you're not special. But if you do something unordinary, extraordinary, like let's say you get something AI, engineering or whatever, then when you apply to medical school, you'll be treated differently. You'll be special. You will stand out. You know what I mean? And the reason why you want to do this you want to take that path is because, let's say you decided not to go to medical school, you still can use your degree to make money. Like if you do engineering or if you do bioinformatics, data science, even if you decided that I don't want to do medicine, I don't want to go to medical school, you can use your degree. You can be a bioinformatician, you can be a data scientist, and those are the guys who program, they can create robot. You can actually do your master or PhD in something more sophisticated. But if you take the regular path, I know a lot of people that I work with that wanted to go to medical school, and then when they failed to go to medical school, now they're working in a lab. You know what I mean? And biology doesn't pay that much. Like biology is not, they don't pay you a lot for that. Dublin San Roman Service District 5 years. Crime Lab Supervisor DNA. Colorado DNA Forensic Analysis apply here. R&D Lab Experience Lead Product. Okay, Iowa. Quality Supervisor Midwest Manufacturing Wisconsin. Mm. Broad series. Fifth 74. I'm in Chicago. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My discipline, honestly, isn't good, so I'm worried if I can even be a doctor in the first place. So I have patience. Yeah, to be a doctor, you have to work hard. It's very competitive, you know. The competition is stiff. In order to be a doctor, like because many people want to earn that money, many people want to be a doctors. It's just very competitive. That means you start. That means you have to get a very solid bachelor degree. GPA, the higher the better. At least you get 3.7, 3.8, 4.0. And then you have to, your MCAT. Your MCAT is score, you have to aim for 150, 515. If your GPA is good, if you got a good, strong GPA like 4.0, 3.9, 3.8, and then if you get something like 510 in your MCAT, 511, 5.9, you still in with a solid essays, write your essays, then you can manage to get into. Otherwise, it's gonna be, some people it take them long. That's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna take you long. Some people like finish bachelor degree without getting into medical school. They have to go and do master degree to cover their start. Like if your GPA is not that, if your bachelor degree GPA is not that strong, you need to do a master degree to cover that. So, you know, all of it. But I'm saying that is all about like you have to make sure that you like what you're doing. If you love what you, if you love to be, if you want to be, if you truly want to be a doctor, if you truly feel like this is your call, then just go for it. But if you are just doing it because everybody's doing it, because of the money or because of the, I don't know, prestige associated with being a doctor, then just stay away from it because it's gonna be a long day for you. Yeah, I spent 6.5 years in medical school, so I know what I'm talking about. College law supervisor, mechanic, Skokie. Research Labs was as a whole American Institute, molecular biology, uh, quality process. Was it stressful? Yeah, yeah, it was. I need to be a doctor more about memorization than anything. Yeah, yeah, I'm not those people. There are people who lie to you. They tell you, oh, you need to understand. Of course, you need to understand, but no matter how you do it, you have to memorize as well. Like you understand, but there's also memorizations. Like if you memorize alone without understanding, it's not gonna be. You're not gonna be. You can win. You can still succeed, but to stand out, you need to have strong. You need to memorize. You need to be strong in memorizing, and also, you understand what you're doing. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, because I went to medical school outside of this country, um, and I think like outside of USA, it's just very different. The system is very different. It's strong on memorization, bro. You have to memorize a lot of shit. Anatomy is all memorizations. Even physiology, people think it's not memorizing, it's understanding, but there's certain things that you need to memorize. It's studying to be a doctor. Yeah, it was stressful. I'm convinced if you just listen to a bunch of audio about that you could memorize in the answers. Really? Damn, bro. Yeah, you can try, but MCAT is actually MCAT is like passage. So like the question is not like it's passage, and they have a way to bring different passages. Oh, MCAT is totally different. His passages like, and it's 8 hours long. I took MCAT. I took MCAT. I prepared it for just 2 weeks. 2 weeks of preparation. I took MCAT. I was exhausted by like 6 7 hours. It's just that MCAT is actually, you need to learn how to take test more than, so you have to have information, and then you have to also have a stamina. You have to build a stamina, like you have to build a stamina of sitting and taking a long test. You need to learn that. Like, you may know the information, but if you don't have the stamina to last long, then you're not gonna score high. So you not only need to have information, but you need to also know how to, you need to practice how to take those kind of tests. Yeah. No, I didn't. For me, I didn't prepare like other students because I already finished medical school. So, like I say, I went to medical school outside of the U.S. And then when I came here, I decided to take another degree. I decided to obtain another degree in biology. And then one time I decided like, hey, and I was working full time. I decided that, hey, let me see what I can do. And I tried. I didn't prepare at all. What I did was, so my MCAT was, I took my MCAT around May 19, and actually I did my final exam May 6, and my MCAT exam was on May 19, and I traveled to New York from May 6 to May 11. Came back May 11, and from May 11 to May 19, this is the kind of preparation. So there's nothing you can do. I was just depending on my previous knowledge of medicine, you know what I mean? But what I didn't know is that, like I say, you need a stamina, because by the time I reached like around 6 hours, I just wanted to get out. I didn't want to read those long passages, because the thing is, they give you a long passage, you have to read that, and then you click next, and then they're gonna ask you a question based on the passages. So you need to be, at all time, you need to be 100% focused at all time. You know what I mean? Read the passage, long, very long passages. Click next, and then they will ask you a question about based on that passages, and and you have to be strong in biochemistry, basic chemistry, organic chemistry, biology, sociology, psychology, a little bit of pharmacology and anatomy, and then the car section. The car section is for many people is the most difficult one. Physics and math. So, and you cannot go back. Like majority of people don't go back because you're wasting time. Every section has a minute, like 90 minutes or 60 minutes. So let's say they give you the biology and sociology section, it has like 90 minutes. You need to finish it within 90 minutes. And then the physics and math sections, and then the chemistry section, and so forth. But from, yeah, I took it one time. I just wanted to see. But what I came out is that I needed uh, I needed to have a stamina. I needed to My brain is not was not used to sit down for like 8 hours long. Like I say, around 6 7 hours. I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna think a lot. I'm just gonna click and go, click and move, click and move. I just wanted to get out. So I'm almost about to go to bed, bro. This shit is crazy. I'm gonna sleep for 3 4 hours and then six 6 hours, no, 5 hours maximum. After that, I will go toxicology research lab supervisors. Mm, board certification indeed at 20 plus supervisor specific only biotech. Non-enterprise operating varianties including startup, food, micro, and molecular testing, explore. Boo, 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 boo. One on the March sections. Good night, Dad. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. March sections is just they need to everything that you do. You need to know your basic. So yeah. I wish you all the best. And just like I said, you can do it. Just listen to your heart and go with your gut feeling. Like if your gut tell you to do this, just do it. And you're gonna get there. Anyway, it was nice talking to you. It was nice knowing you. Um, until we meet again, my friend. Have a wonderful night. Okay. Bye bye.